Hello everyone, this is Lady Calamere. I do welcome you to my channel, and I am doing my 239th presentation. It will be on the Greek Titaness Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne. She is the Lady of Memory. And before I go on, I want to give credit where credit is due. This card comes from the Ancient Feminine Wisdom by K. Stevenson and Brian Clark. So we have this card, Memory. And that's what her name literally means. Memory. She is the goddess of all memory. From remembering what you ate last night, remembering things from childhood, remembering things of the past, remembering your ancestors and what they've done, remembering your past lives. But she's also an oracle goddess, an oracle titaness. So not only does she have memory of past events, but she knows of future events. She was also a river on the other side. If you drank from Lethe, the river Lethe, you will forget. If you drink from Mnemosyne, you will remember. You will remember. And it's also, Mnemosyne is also a goddess of word. She's a goddess of words. The goddess of speech. The lady of speaking, of understanding and comprehension. Mnemosyne, her parents are Gaia and Uranus. Gaia and Uranus. But by Hygieus preface, it's ether and Gaia, or as sometimes Uranus and Gaia. But the major consensus is that her mother is Gaia and Uranus. Her offspring are the 9 muses by Zeus, the king of gods, Zeus. She is also the goddess of remembering things so that you can avoid repeating past mistakes, and so that the world will remember past atrocities and hopefully learn from it and never repeat them again, such as genocide, Holocaust, slavery. May we never repeat those things again. Mnemosyne she is also considered not only just a mother of muses, but a muse herself. But her children are the 9 muses. And I discussed one of the muses on my channel called Urania. So check that out. We get the word mnemonic through Mnemosyne. So to remember. She is seen as beautiful, usually with long, flowing urban hair. Zeus wanted to copulate with her, but she did not want to because she knows about his sexual exploitation. So he had to use trickery. So he disguised himself as a shepherd, as a beautiful shepherd, in which Mnemosyne thought Zeus was very beautiful and very handsome, and she fell in love with him, and he laid with her for 9 nights, and each night she gave birth to a muse. He did so because, Zeus, and she's beautiful, but also so that the gods and goddesses and will be remembered. So she is the god, she is the lady, the Titaness, the goddess of total recall. To memorize everything, and it's very important to memorize formulas, to memorize direction, to remember who you are and learn from your successes and your mistakes. She is a lady of the mind that she is the lady of, she deals with language, with expressing yourself. So is she approachable? Very much so. She is very approachable. I would associate her with the full moon, with the moon phase, because it's full, and it's as her, she is full of wisdom. She is very wise. She is very intelligent. She does deal with wisdom and the intellect, especially, like I said, memory. She is not as popular as the other Titans, but she is important, even though she is seen as minor, but yet important because memory. So she's also not just memory, but also not just the memory of the mind, but the memory of the soul, of memory of experiences. We will remember not to put our hand in fire when we burn ourselves. We will remember that pain. We will remember maybe to do something to give us pleasure. And she is the one to help us to learn and to grow and to become better than what we were meant, that we would have been. She is the lady that will elevate our souls for ascension. Now, what would you give to her? Definitely walnuts, because they represent the mind. But feel free to give her Greek foods like stuffed grapes. Give her breads, give her wine, give her grape juice, give her things that are good for the mind, that's good for the memory. Also, you can't go wrong with chocolates. Give her incense, like she likes frankincense. She It was even used in ancient Greeks that they use fumigation with frankincense. So cakes and ale, cookies, those are all good for her. Also things with omega fatty acids, omega 3s, and like salmon is good for the mind. So definitely give her that. Give her ginkgo biloba tea because it's good for the mind. Anything that's going to boost memory. She can also be used when dealing with dementia and senility, to call Mnemosyne to help the person or to help yourself if you're going through it. And of course, please see a doctor, please get medical help, please take medicine if you need it. But if you are having problems with memory or attention span, this is a Titan you should be calling to help you remember and to help you to stay focused. She is the goddess that will help you find your way. She will help you to remember. So she is good for strengthening the mind. After the Titan at Mackie, Mnemosyne was never punished. In fact, Zeus had more compassion and empathy towards the feminine Titans than he did towards the male. But he did say that those who either stood on his side or did not fight against him would be allowed to keep. Those who did not go against him would be allowed to keep their offices, their positions. Mnemosyne was one of those Titans to be looked upon graciously by the king of the gods, Zeus, after the war between the gods and the Titans. So I would say she is the goddess of waxing, meaning the waxing of the day, the waxing of the seasons, the waxing of the lunar month, anything that is waxing in full. So those are good times to call her. But you can call her every day if you wish. Mnemi means memory. That's also another name that comes from her. So if you look at the word melete in Greek, which means practice, again, another thing to deal with her is practice. So, as we say, practice makes perfect. So she would also be a goddess of repetition and practicing and learning, and to express your mind. So here we, beautiful card. So even Mnemosyne was remembered through ancient art. So there are artworks about her. And she was out of the Titans. I mean, like I said, she was important, but she seems to have like, you know, let me show you this deck and I'll read a little bit from this. What card is this? I don't even know if I should do this. So, in the Oracle card, she's also deals with just really. So even it says as an agent of healing, Mnemosyne evokes feelings and images that are ready to be understood and released. Feminine wisdom, Mnemosyne recollects images and impressions from the past in order to give meaning and continuity to our lives. It's a little bit dark here. So what else can I be? I've only been talking about her for 16 minutes. I do want to give more meat to this. So she is a goddess of preserving the past, preserving history. She's like the goddess of social studies and history. But she is preservation. She is the goddess of remembering stories, of teaching it orally and through written word. She is the goddess who deals with remembering how to write, like remembering the alphabets, remembering how to spell. So all this, like to even to write your thesis, you need to remember how to spell. You need to remember the meanings behind each word. So she gives meaning to things. So it's like remembering, you know, your vowels and your consonants and you know the prefixes and everything, to remember language. So anyways, so her daughters, her children are the 9 muses, and they deal with all different types of things like science, art, literature. So the 9 muses, oh come on, Joker, is Calliope. Then we have Euterpe. Ow! Cleo. Melpomene. Joker, you scratched me. Erato. Terpis. I don't even know how to. Terpiscori. Polymenia, I believe. Polymenia. Urania, of course. Thalia. So, and Thalia. So they deal with things like music, the arts, songs, astronomy, astrology, comedy, tragedy. So like we have Melpomene, the goddess, the muse of tragedy. We have muses of rejoicing and lyrics and poetry, eloquence and dance. So it deals all with this. So, and as you can tell, I don't have a script, I don't have notes. So please bear with me. I'm trying to think what else about this goddess. So another etymology, another word that comes from her is Mne, means to mention. So just mention, the word mention deals with Mnemosyne. Joker, you really scratched me. That hurt. He was sitting on my leg and then he kind of started falling off, and you know how when they fall off they put their claws in you. So she is called on for memorials. Like when you hold a memorial for someone, you're remembering their past lives, their past life, their deed. So when you hold a memorial, like Memorial Day in America, we'll deal with Mnemosyne. She deals with speeches, oratory, just to well, exactly what I'm doing, to remember what I know and teach. This is very important. Mnemosyne is important to teachers, instructors, as well as students. So she is also deals with poetry, and she also deals with philosophy. She deals with the philosopher. So when we take down notes to study, and when we study, we are actually it's actually dealing with this lady, Mnemosyne. So what else can I? Oh, did you know in popular culture, has anyone ever watched The Warrior Princess? And there was an episode where Gabrielle visits this lady's temple, her shrine, and hoping to forget all the horrible things that had happened to her in her life. But however, in Hercules, the legendary journeys, she was portrayed as a daughter of Kronos, who hated Zeus, the king of the gods, which is not true. She does not hate the king of the gods. So I just thought that would be interesting. Like when we think of mnemonics, we think of Rory G. Biv for the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Right? It helps. Mnemonics help us to remember. Like in math, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for mathematical formulas. So as far as flowers, I would offer her forget-me-nots. And just because of the word forget-me-nots, that would be actually a good flower to give her. You know, just be careful with your cats and dogs. I'm not they could be poisonous. But forget-me-nots are a good flower to give her. But flowers, if you can't get them, just, you know, if you like to put fresh flowers on altars, go right ahead. But definitely forget-me-nots is a good flower to give her. So Lethe is her polar opposite. Lethe is a titaness of a goddess of forgetfulness. She is the goddess of erasing memory. So she's the exact opposite of Mnemosyne, to remember. So those two are polar opposites. Uh, what else can I talk about her? So Lethe is the exact opposite. Oh God, my leg is cut because of him. So I guess that's what I'm going to be talking about. This goddess, this lady is you know, dealing with the mind, the memory, to recall, and she could be used for past life recollection, past life recollection, and she can also be used for therapies to remember the past. So when you are trying to remember something that's important for your therapy, for your recollection of what happened in the past, she will be called upon, especially if you have to be a witness for in court, maybe for a crime. She would be a goddess to be calling to remember the facts as they were. So she's also important for that. Elephants are said to represent good memory. So just by that, I'm not saying that her animals are an elephant, but I'm just saying elephants are said to be used as images as good memory. So if you want, you could put elephants on her altar as for memory. I'm not saying her animals are elephants. Please do not put words in my mouth. And that's about it, what I want to talk about her. So thank you so much for watching. I know this is pretty short. I'm usually doing it for about an hour, but I want to thank you for watching my video. I do suggest, if you're into black metal, I was just watching a movie on YouTube called Lords of Chaos. It's pretty good. Also, I want to give out a shout out to Mike and Jasper. Congratulations. And also, the money that you would have given me for teaching you this video, please give to charities like Make-A-Wish Foundation, Shriners Hospital, St. Jude's Hospital, ASPCA, North Shore Animal League, Big Cat Rescue, Shy Wolf Sanctuary, Bite-A-Wee. So just think of those charities. What you would have given to me, give to them. Give to PetSmart charities, Petco charities, PetSmart charities, your local Humane Society, your local SPCA. So as always, I want to thank you for being awesome. And this is just like your run-of-the-mill goddess statue. Mnemosyne represents your memory cup full and overflowing. So may your life be overflowing with blessings, and in return, you can also, I will accept this even 10 years from now. Send good energy towards me and my cats. Protection, happiness, love, money, all the good things. Light a candle, send some good mojo, send some Reiki energy. I accept all the good energies that you want to send, even 10 years from now. Yes, 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 I accept the goodness. So anyways, thank you so much, and as always, blessed be.